What are you doing tonight? We're here once again on Sportswire Radio, and 24 hours ago yesterday, we certainly had a lot that kind of went down. That I've done 4 Instagram lives on this when it comes to some of the particular stories in question, and I'm sure that people want to talk about that again. I am sure we'll obviously have a few people want to come in and chime in about it. Obviously, the news, when it came to a couple of different individuals out there that they have been outed for different things. And what do you think about all of it? Definitely some news. UWA put out a statement on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken, that their company is shut down. Didn't really mention what happened, but that was one story of it. TBW had put out a story that they had released Joe Anderson, but nothing else since. Craven Rage came on here. He was very accountable, and they'll move on from that, I would hope, in WCE. And, what do people think? I mean, I want to say hello to everybody out there. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining. I also want to put it out there that I am your voice, figuratively and literally. We're all Wrestling Matters. The Reverend Tom Bryce. And, I want to talk about a couple of things off my mind first, especially with the Anderson situation. With the Anderson situation seems to be just, I mean, totally, out there and such. And I didn't really know Joe Anderson. I didn't. He came onto Sportswire a few times with some of the TBW guys, but I didn't really know him well. I mean, my original inclinations were like everybody else. Well, I'm not in the TBW locker room. Yeah, you need to change your profile picture. I'm not in the TBW locker room, and you know, I have to take the word of the people that work there and are in the management that say, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. I'm not in the policing business. Even same with UWA. Sammy Slade never came on to Sportswire Radio. I think that's, something that I really, my inclinations were, again, UWA's come on to Sportswire. And yes, I'm going to talk about Jake Dvorak in a second, Jacob Frost. And if there are people in the chat who want to come in and talk, I'll definitely let you pop in and we'll definitely talk about it. But and happy birthday to you, Xavier Thorne. I was speaking to you on Facebook. And yeah, I think as a community, I think after today, we're going to deal with this and we're going to move on from it because at the end of the day, I listen, TBW has come on to Sportswire quite a bit over the past year and a half. And that's not going to happen going forward, especially after what's been put out there. I think Jake Dvorak, Anthony Arias, credit to them. I think Steven Stone's out there in Resurrection. Resurrection's been out there with that. And those things are certainly out there. Yeah, Jake Dvorak, James Taylor led the lead in, I think, as well, coming to Sportswire. He asked me about what happened and what we should do about it. And I said we should talk about it. But again, I wish I would have knew more, but again, I'm not in the business of telling people what they should or shouldn't do. You can only take people's word for it, especially with the Slade and Anderson situations. They're just absolutely appalling and heinous. That has no toleration, especially if you're a public figure for a company and you have that many subscribers. And on top of that, Anderson wrestled in a world title match recently, and that's just unacceptable. That has no place on this platform, no place in this community, and I don't think as a community we'll tolerate and accept that. I went based on like a lot of people. Well, TBW told me that nothing was in it. My inclinations were like, okay, yeah. I mean, I never worked in TBW, so for a lot of you, I've never met a lot of you here. So I just have to go on the word of instincts. There's so many people that come on to sports, right? So many great people out there. And, guys from UWA have come on here. I have to take people's word for it. But I think Jake Dvorak, credit to him, he did a lot of work. I think he talked about background checks. I think that's a really good idea. CJ Black mentioned that. I'm going to let Xavier Thorne say hello in a minute. Yeah, we're going to definitely, if you want to pop in, Xavier Thorne, definitely talk about what's on your mind. But yeah, I just think that if you're in, you can't go forward and talk about TBW anymore. You can't. I mean, on this platform, there's no discussion of TBW really in any shape or form. UWA, They closed their doors. I mean, I think with those companies, that's kind of where we're at this point. I really think that companies should evaluate who's on their roster, especially when it comes to those particular things. And I think that that's something that, as a public figure, you should have no toleration for that. And these companies that have that many subscribers and that many people that watch, and it's already tough, with backyard wrestling, to cover backyard wrestling, and you're dealing with the stigma of people saying what it is about backyard wrestling. There's no person, I think, than yours truly that has defended backyard wrestling as much as I do. I want to say hello to my buddy Barry Gutman. Barry and I worked together with former state senator David Starobin, and it's good to see my brother Barry here. And Amazing Candles, check them out on Facebook. Please support Barry. Barry's on Twitch also, Hardcore Gaming 2120. Go support Barry. Barry's known me for almost 15 years, and good to see Barry again. But Barry, you need to pop on the show Monday for my birthday. But yeah, I do want to get this off my chest. I know we had a guest on. Credit to Abraham Storm earlier for coming on here. I had a nice little chat. I know I have Dominic here. We're going to get to Dominic, but I think it's time to time to really just get this out of the way. So we're going to move on. Yeah, Zilla, my regret is that going on the Jack Delta Instagram Live because Joshua Allen was on the call. Yeah, I mean, listen, but it's not anybody's fault. If you want to talk, Steven, yeah, if you tell me how you feel first. But I don't think anybody, I didn't know. I mean, listen, my inclinations was like, yeah, listen, TPW's been good with Sportswire. Everybody tells me one thing. I mean, I can't go and say, unless I have the information and facts presented in front of me, I can't say, that this person did that. But credit to James Taylor. He did the investigating. Guys like Jake Dvorak, Anthony Arias, for our Nexus people, did a great job. He had a podcast recently. And yeah, I mean, Judas had a good line here. We can't have someone in the spotlight with a past like that unknown. Yeah, 100%. If you have a record like Sammy Slade and Joe Anderson, and you are working with wrestlers and you're working with people like that, listen, that's completely unacceptable. And I want to put this out there for the audience. I'm a New York City Commissioner of Deeds, which basically is I'm a notary public. And Barry was asking me about this the other day. And, I took an oath. My oath is basically if people need help with something, people need an issue, any type of experience, signing documents, oaths, administering wills, that's kind of my position. And I take that very seriously. And I could lose that. I've had for 8.5 years, I've been a notary public. I help people in my community. I mean, Barry knows we work together for Senator Starobin. I mean, Barry, you should get Senator Starobin onto Sportswire. That'd be a wild one. But yeah, I mean, it's just there's no toleration for it. But Big Man Cam, there's no toleration in society for it. I don't think that in society that should be accepted. I think especially in Anderson and Slade's cases. And in Slade's case, they put the world title on him in UWA. I mean, they made him the UWA world champion. I mean, what was that about? I mean, yeah, no, this is not joke time. Big Man Cam, by the way, you are here next Friday, but I can assure you we're not going to talk about that. We hope to have moved on from it. But, I've gotten a lot of messages from people. I've done 4 Instagram lives. I want to shout out Ace Reed, Yoshi Matsuda, Anthony Arias, and Ace Reed again. I was on their Instagram lives. I want to give a big shout out to some of the guys in NEW. They were very forthright about it. Jacob Frost. And, look, I mean, going forward with us, I mean, there's no discussion of TBW. UWA is out of business. I think that's obviously unacceptable. I mean, I just think that, as a society, you don't, I mean, I have 2 nieces. I have a 6-year-old niece and a 10-year-old niece. I mean, I take that very seriously. I definitely think about them. I think about all the people that are fathers and, who have families, and they're absolutely right. And we shouldn't, as a society, tolerate that. And those individuals, they should be dealt with swiftly. And, I mean, I think, what are we now, 30 hours or so, 36 hours since what happened? I mean, I would think that, TBW would do a little bit more than just an Instagram story. I think, I don't know what what the waiting for is. I mean, again, I can't convict people without information. I know Jake has kind of pretty much put it out there. So credit to Jake on what's going on in TBW. But when we were here, as far as, my position, is like, if somebody says I didn't do it, I don't know, what are you supposed to say? I think it's just, you can't beat people up. Yeah, TBW, yeah, absolutely. TBW, they knew about it, then that company can't exist in the way that they exist, because you're a public figure. You have 8,000 subscribers. What are you putting out there to the people? It's not right. It's not for people to be, and I want to put it here going forward on Sportswire. There's none of that to be dealt with here. I see people here that have families. I see Big Man Cam has a family. I see a lot of people here. I see Chaotic's got a family. I see Yoshi Matsuda. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen, because he and I did an Instagram live, and he did exposing like Jake Dvorak did. Matsuda in his country, he was talking about this, and he was very strong on that. And credit to him. He and I were on an Instagram live together. I see Xavier Thorne's got a family. Michael Christian, my good buddy. Michael, thank you for your support. Thank you for wearing the Sportswire shirt. I mean, there's a lot of people here that, we're all product of society. They definitely knew the type. Yeah, Joe Anderson, and that's what's baffling. Why? See, my problem with the Anderson Slade thing is that for these companies, if you knew, why would you go around acting if you didn't want to tell anybody? That shouldn't be stood for in that sense. Those two situations, because we're talking youths. We're talking like real youths. We're not talking like, 21 and 20, we're talking like 13, right? Slade and Anderson were 13. That's just like, yeah, I definitely agree, Big Man Cam. There's, sons, you have to consider the people around you. You have to consider, like, this is not acceptable. It's not acceptable in society. I think that people need to learn right from wrong. I think those situations and those individuals, and it speaks to the volumes of those companies that they didn't want to, Titan was on here. And again, he says that he didn't know, but Jake had some information out there. And I think that that's what presented credit to him and others. Yeah, I definitely would say that when it comes to Chaotic, I'll say this. Yeah, if management can't, it's a big screw up, huge, because as a public company to respond in that level and without a response, it's just definitely, Jake's story now. I can't pull it up on the screen, but maybe I can pull it up on the screen. Let's see. I don't know if I can pull it up on the screen. Let me pull it up. Yeah, I don't know if I can pull it up on the screen. Does somebody want to alert me what Jake said? Um, I don't agree with what was done in the past, but seriously, who's time to search and look up people's records? Well, that's why you need to have background checks. You need to have, I think that, like, for example, I don't know if anybody has LinkedIn here, right? You have LinkedIn, with LinkedIn, you can see somebody's information. You can see their education. You can see their background, like all those different things. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I'll show you my LinkedIn, and maybe wrestlers should put together a LinkedIn. I think that would be, something that they should want to pull up. I'm trying to pull up my LinkedIn here. Barry, are you on LinkedIn, Barry, by the way? Barry Gutman. Barry should be on LinkedIn, by the way. Barry's worked for the pros. Yeah, let me pull my LinkedIn up. I think LinkedIn is one of those accounts and such. Here you go. You see, yes, I don't know why my messages are pulling up here. Oop, there we go. Sorry about that, everybody. So, yeah, there we go. So LinkedIn, if you look at LinkedIn, I don't know why. There we go. So if you look at LinkedIn, right, you can see like people's networking. You can see like all the different things. So you can see my history of work. You can see, yeah, I don't know if you can see here on the screen some of the stuff I've done, like as a reference point. You can see some of the different things. You go so on and so on. You see, and I think that's what wrestlers should put out there. They should put out some type of LinkedIn or some type of personal information that you could collect their work information. Like, you see my LinkedIn, I have 237 connections. 237 connections. I think that's, yeah, Andrew Lovelace. Andrew, let's everybody give it up for Andrew Lovelace. Andrew's going through some PTSD right now. Please pray for Andrew. He's one of our buddies, and he's back on Sportswire in a couple weeks. But I think, that's something that people should put out there. Have a LinkedIn, have some personal information. Yeah, I think definitely, you know, if you didn't know about it, you can't. If people are in the company and they didn't know, you can't go and say that they're that and that. Like, I can't go and demonize every person individually that was there and they're just a talent. I mean, I think that that's the reality of it. It's what it is. Yeah, if there's truth to TBW knowing the full situation. No, I don't think anybody's a fool for endorsing them. People didn't know. You can't, people, you got to go in a judgment call. Everybody, look, there's just people, unfortunately, you know, that's just the way it goes. That's just unfortunately. Yes, good to see you, my friend Abraham Storm. What a great job Abraham Storm did on Sportswire. What a fantastic job he did here. Please support our friend CSW Backyard Wrestling. Abraham's actually the richest person to ever come on Sportswire Radio. His mother won the Powerball last year. So somebody actually is more wealthier than me that's on Sportswire. Who would have guessed, right? But let me get to some comments here, and we'll talk about them. It's all a TBW's management fault. Sorry about that. I'm thirsty. You can imagine my voice is hoarse. The situation of Joe's was brought up in 2020, was accepted and brushed under the rug. I'm here with my friend Xavier Thorne. Xavier, how you doing, my friend? Sorry to get you on this. What do you got
What
there?
is good? What is good, Tom?
What do you think is good right now? What do you got? What do you want to say?
Oh man! First of all, happy early birthday, Tom. It's
happy early birthday to you. Your birthday's tomorrow, Xavier Thorne. Your birthday.
We gotta represent. Thank you so much. I'm gonna be on here like a good little second because I only got like 3% of my battery, so I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Me being the owner, me being a father. Look, damn the business side of shit. Me being a father, I don't condone that shit, and I don't support it at all. Should Sammy and Joe have stepped up and come forward before joining each brand? Yes, I do think they should have stepped up and said something. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, and a lot of people might disagree with me. A lot of people might, text me afterwards and say, what the fuck was you thinking? But I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, I don't think a company should be shunned and have backlash by one idiot. Now this, and Tom, I love you to death, brother. I love you to death.
Thank you.
I love you to death. It's like I said, it's Libra season, so we got to represent. But as you can see, I'm just getting off of work, and I'm hearing this.
I know. That's why. Why are you here right now? You should be making money for the missus right now, not for here.
People like Abram Storm. That's on the right side of history. People like Ronnie Brady, Matt 10,
Jake Dvorak,
a lot of people that I respect. A lot of people that I respect. Now, only thing I'm gonna say is, there's a slight possibility that the owner of UWA didn't know, because had he would have known, and this is just my opinion, you can take it how you want it.
No.
But there's a small chance in the back of, because I always give people the benefit of the doubt, and that's what people like about me. I give them the benefit of the doubt.
I know, so do I. You and I, listen, I'm a reverend. People tell me that I give people way too much the benefit. I'm told all the time that I give everybody the benefit of the doubt because I'm a reverend.
Right. So this is oh shit. I done dropped my damn food. But this is what I'm gonna say.
What are you doing?
Hey, if you in your local neighborhood, go to your local Zaxby's and get some loaded.
I don't have one of those though. I'm in New York City. We don't have one of those. But go ahead, sir.
Say what? Oh man, I gotta file a complaint.
But you should file a lot of complaints. You should take over Sportswire. Maybe you should take over the show, by the way. You want to take over Sportswire?
But before I get up out of here, I just want to say that to everybody that this is affected, from Resurrection to NUW to freaking NEW, I truly apologize. As a wrestler, as a competitor, as a father, to anybody that got kids out there, I apologize to anybody that this has affected. I know I'm the last motherfucker y'all want to hear from, but just know that I'm fighting alongside y'all, and I'm gonna fight the good fight, because for the simple fact, I'm a father. I got 2 kids. Sure. And if anybody threatens my kids, that's your ass. I'm sorry. But
100%, absolutely. Listen,
Tom, you know me. You've known me. You
2
know I
years.
don't. You know me for 2 years. You know I don't bullshit. You know I don't sugarcoat nothing. Now with
Yeah.
Joe, what he did, like the shit he's
You were
convicted
back in
of.
TBW. Well, you were in TBW a few months ago. I mean,
Right,
did you?
right. So me being under the same umbrella, the same locker room, I feel sick to my stomach. I feel bad.
Listen. I just had TBW guys were here. A couple, Titan was here yesterday, and a few weeks ago. I mean, as of yesterday, going on the air, my impression was that they didn't know. My impression was that, from what
This is
I'm told,
this is my thing. This is my thing. And I'm gonna say the same thing I said for UWA is the same thing I said for TBW. And this is not me condoning it. So don't nobody get my words construed. Don't nobody get my
right.
words twisted. This is not Xavier Thorne saying this. This is Q1 talking. There's a slight chance that either promoter didn't know.
Okay.
So let's make a scenario real quick. What if so heavenly? What if somebody changed their name? How was they to know? How they would have
Yeah, no,
known?
I understand, and I think that was my position as well. If somebody tells me again,
You know what
I'm
I'm
not,
saying?
I understand. I
Right.
understand it. Listen, I understand completely. I understand, because if somebody
So my
tells me,
thing
look, I didn't
is,
know, and it's wrong, I
what
have
if
to go with it.
a person changed their name, their alias, whatever? Yeah, your mugshot's still there, but what if you change your name? How is that promotion supposed to know? You only know by what name that they give you, not their original name that they was born with. So it's like I said, I'm gonna say this, and that's my piece on it, and I'm done talking about it after this.
Honestly, after today, I
Because
mean,
like Jack Spade
we
said,
have to move on. Yeah.
I love Jack Spade to death. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Me, Jack, Ronnie, we go back a long time.
I mean, you go
Ronnie's a
back to school.
knucklehead.
You went to
Ron,
school with them. People for the audience, you went to
yeah,
school with
yeah, we were
Ronnie and
school
Jack.
buddies.
And
They're
Ronnie's
knuckleheads.
coming back to Sportswire, by the way. Ronnie's back in
Listen,
2 weeks. Ronnie and Jack
they're
are back.
all knuckleheads. But I'm gonna say this before I
Are
go.
you coming back to Resurrection?
I'm gonna say this, and this is my thought.
Yes, sir.
No company should be shunned or and hey, like I said, everybody's right to their opinion. I'm not gonna change nobody's mind or thought. But here's what I'm gonna say. Nobody's company, whether it's UWA, whether it's TBW, nobody should have to close their doors and be shunned by the rest of the community because of one idiot. And that's all I'm gonna say on it. Because like I said, yeah, they might have not known about it. My thing is that they did the right thing by letting them go. That's one. But like I said, they might not have known about it, but my thing is no company should be shunned by the shadow of one idiot. You know, them getting rid of them two was a good move, but no company should be shunned by one idiot's mistake. And I do believe they should
Jake
have both
says
walked up
that
and said something.
Jake says that their company should be shunned if they knew. What do you say on that?
I mean, now if they knew, then of course. If they knew about it, if they knew about the whole situation, if they knew about the whole deal, then of course. You gotta own up to it, you gotta take accountability. But if you didn't, if you were absolutely in the dark about it, I don't think a company should be shunned because, like I said, they didn't know. They was unaware. If one person discovered it, and it caught them by surprise, like I said, that's just them. That's just their personal thought. That's just their personal vice.
But when you work there, again, I know you have to run. When you worked there, you didn't know, right? Correct?
Say it again.
I know you're going to run because you're Wi-Fi, but when you worked there, right, you didn't know, correct?
Personally,
personally,
I didn't know either one. I knew of them, but I didn't know them. I didn't know
right,
them
because I
personally.
asked James, when James and Anthony were here, I asked them the question. They said they didn't. I'm pretty sure that they said that yesterday. And as far as I knew before yesterday, I didn't really know Joe Anderson and Sammy Slade. So my inclination, well, okay, well, they're going to be saying, I don't know. I mean, I'm not in these locker rooms. You work there. I can't go bully somebody. There's Xavier Thorne. That's the usual Xavier Thorne Wi-Fi. Yeah. We saw the proof Titan knew. I mean, Sammy Slade. Yeah, I see. I look at the Sammy Slade one as UWA voted. They voted to put him champion. I think that one. Why would you vote him champion? Why would you vote him to be the champion? I think that I saw the PWF Mid South removed him. Yes, James Taylor's here. How you doing, James? Yeah, I mean, let me run to the chat here. If some people want to come in, let's go to the very beginning. A lot of people want to talk. Yes, thank you, Zilla. I appreciate that, and I appreciate your kind words. Yes, Steven's here. I know if you're feeling sick, I feel bad to put you on. Barry, I sent you the link on Facebook Messenger. So if you want to pop on and say something, feel good. How you doing, Greg? Good to see you. Nice to see you, my friend. I'm going to bring on the one and only James Taylor. James, no surprise here. How you feeling, James, today? How you feeling?
I feel good, Tom. I feel really good. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. I don't know. The sun shined. I got up and I did 4 Instagram lives, and I'm here now and I'm talking about this. And usual.
Got you a little vitamin D today. Yeah.
No, I had Pepsi. I had Pepsi. I drank Pepsi all day and fell asleep twice, like for 2 hours.
Son. I mean, the sunlight gave you vitamin D.
I don't know about that. I was on an Instagram live with Yoshi Matsuda, like in the middle of the darkness. So no, I would say no. I don't think I got any vitamin D for 10 minutes maybe. But go ahead, James.
Oh, well, shit. Anyways, I'm just in the middle of editing my next video for Taft Taylor, and that's going to be another old school. I did the vlog thing where I did from 2004. Now I'm going to show the actual match that led to it. 54 minutes of brutality.
Oh my God, James! If you are, I don't know how you were alive after that.
I know. I don't know how I am too, but I know I got like 2 scars on the back of my neck from this match, and I still got them to this day. 20 years later, actually. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, hello. But I saw it's an open mic. I saw a little invitation, so I thought I'd pop on here and say hello.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Been an interesting 24 hours, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I went from it, thinking going into the interview, okay, TBW is telling me that they didn't know anything. UWA, I didn't know. But it seems like with evidence out there today from people like Jake Dvorak and Anthony Arias. By the way, Anthony Arias, he mentioned you for what you did. Shout out to Anthony Arias. Yoshi Matsuda also did, mentioned a few words. And, I think it's a totally different ball game, even from yesterday.
Well, I mean, all that matters is that this community just be on top of things, and we're all supposed to, I mean, all wrestling matters. I mean, well, it needs to matter, but we don't need to, I mean, it's not really keeping secrets or nothing like that. It's more the fact that, I mean, if there's something like crazy like that going on, what we've been talking about, it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be handled. It needs to be taken out. Because we don't need that garbage. I mean, you got freaking children that watch.
Yeah, and to quote, just to let Andrew Lovelace know, so what happened was there was a few wrestlers, especially Sammy Slade and Joe Anderson, who were registered sex offenders who basically were, I think, over the legal age of consent that had some type of inappropriate action with minors as young as 13 years old. 13 years old. There was a Craven Rage story with the girl was 20, was 17, he was 20. He served time. You can take that for what it was, but the situations in question more is Anderson and Slade. I'm joined here by the one and only John Walsh now of America's Most Wanted series here, Jake Dvorak here. Jake, are you sure you're doing a reality show on investigating people's careers and background checks? But how you doing, my friend?
Hey, listen, word spreads quickly and people come to me with information that I think is interesting.
What's going on?
Well, first off, Sammy Slade, they all knew, so I want to touch base with Xavier Thorne. I spoke to Jake Howell. I was one of probably the first people to message him because I messaged him as well as Joshua Allen, questioning him like, yo, tell me this isn't true. Because like at first it was like only like rumors here and there. And I'm like, well, tell me this isn't true. Jake Howell went on to say that he knew about it. Then he had Aaron Blaze explain the situation to me, and both of them was trying to defend it up until the Federation's ended up getting a lot of heat.
Now that's different from what Blaze. So Aaron was here yesterday, said that he voted against Slade for the title.
So I'm not sure about the whole title situation. I wasn't told about that, but
Gotcha.
what I'm saying is that Blaze was defending Sammy before UWA got under with all this fucking heat. He was trying to like make it seem like that from his experience of knowing him, he's not like that, and he says that or said that Sammy got falsely accused, and like pretty much that he was innocent until like proven guilty. And then I was just like, well, if he's a sex offender on the registry actively, he was proven guilty. So they stuck by that. Then more and more people started talking about it, and word got around really, really quick. And then I saw Aaron Blaze hop on here last night because I rewatched it this morning because I go to bed because I work early in the morning.
I know you're not like the rest of us that go and have a 9 to 5 jobs, you know.
Yeah,
the rest of us.
Got the 8 to 5 job, you know, gotta go that extra mile. So when I saw that, I was just like, oh, cool. And today I was informed with some great DMs and screenshots of somebody that I cannot name out of respect to that individuals that the DM posted on my story is somebody from TBW saying that the situation was brought to TBW about Joe Anderson back in 2020, revolving a 17-year-old girl at the time. And I mean, nothing was done about it. I mean, so even if they didn't know all of Joe's past, they knew something was wrong with Joe. Like, you just can't tell me that.
Yeah, and Mac 10 read off his criminal record. There was a number of different incidents. So it wasn't just one incident. There was like 4 of them. So that's, you know, a different dynamic in itself, that there was 4 of these incidents. And that's where the company brought him in, and the company just had him in a world title match, and he was their world champion. I believe he was the UWA world champion as well. So that's, you know, a situation there. Aaron's got a bunch of comments, but continue. I'll go to you first. Aaron's got a bunch of comments.
I posted a recent screenshot that I was also given of Titan saying, who has the time to look up these people? And he was concerned that somebody would hack his personal information or things like that. But why would you be concerned about people looking up evidence on anybody for that matter if it's exposing a sex offender? I mean, like, why do you want to like not know about who you're working with or who's in these type of communities? Wouldn't that be a good thing, Titan? No.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think so.
Let's no 100%. And like I said, you know, I will say it. I was told going into it that Titan, you know, we didn't know. And I was like, well, you know, I worked with TBW. They've been on here. I've been appreciative of that. But hearing today is a different story than yesterday. You know, Joshua Allen said he didn't know. So you know, you can't condemn people until its evidence is out there. Today is a different dynamic with them. I want to get to Aaron. He has a bunch of comments. I want to let him have an opportunity to speak. And, you know, he says, I was contemplating on this for those who didn't know the exact time frame, so I'll say it. I was told a few days before the Unleashed taping, after my ticket to Nashville was already purchased, to go and drop the Heritage title because I had plans set up ahead of a time and couldn't go back. I was never told by the man himself he had won, which was another issue. But Hal has this thing of getting offensive and making me feel bad for having a voice. It's been so frustrating because I didn't know enough about the situation to say anything before. I wanted him to say something and stick up for the company I helped with needed to be handled. I just didn't know what to do or how to tackle this. I've never been put in this situation. I'm sorry. I should have already quit and handled it regardless. I am really sorry, and I feel that I super messed up. He kept saying nothing happened, but I don't know. Either way, it's no excuse, and I should have knocked it immediately regardless. That's his statement, and I'd like to read that also.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, like, people make mistakes and everything like that. It rubbed me the wrong way that he was trying to defend it all the way up until UWA ended up getting so much heat, and then it kind of was a change of stories. And I mean, everyone makes mistakes. Everybody does things that they're not proud of, but it just was kind of weird to me that it was being defended up until everybody started talking about UWA and all the words kept on spreading, and that's when it became an issue.
Yeah.
That's just my point of view.
No. And we want to give everybody that chance because, like I said, I I don't know Sammy Slade personally, so I don't know his history. He's never been on here. I mean, I know Jake. I said it, I had a good relationship with the guys. Tristan Taylor's been here. Chase Sullivan, Aaron's been here. Brett Anderson, ET spoke to me many times. I had no problems with them, and we had great relationship. CJ's been here, so my inclination off that again, not knowing the person, let me give them the benefit of the doubt. Let me try my best, but then to hear as we went on yesterday about that information, which James yourself talked about, and then today as well, that's obviously, and that company is, they put their statement out. They really should have did better in the statement. I would have probably, mentioned the individual, but it's what it is. As for TBW, I unless I'm missing something, I mean, you got your evidence. I don't know if they're waiting for something else. I mean, you have to, in the court of law, give them that chance, but that's up to them. Let me get to some people in the chat. A lot of people want to talk about this, and I feel bad for not giving them the chance. Let's go here. Hello there. Yes, see you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Dominic is here. Hello, Dominic. Jacob Frost, good point on him. Tom, make sure to check. I think we talked about that, right? Yes, thank you, Xavier Thorne, with the usual Wi-Fi, and thank you for that. Yes, thank you. Credit to Jake. Hello, Steven. If Steven wants to pop on, but he's sick. Joe Starr, shout out to him. Not gonna lie, everything I saw from yeah, it's wild. It's just, I mean, it's just wild. It's just a wild situation. Yeah, we agree with that. Agree with Big Man Cam, who's here next Friday, the RLBW champion. Yeah, no room for predatory behavior in wrestling, period. My mother was talking about that. She listens to the shows, and she said that was pretty much the same thing. I appreciate her for tuning in. It's very sad that TBW is such a big follow. Yeah, I mean, I think the TBW one of the three, they have the 8,000 followers. I would think that you'd want to be forthright and be accountable. I feel accountability, it doesn't defend the situation, but at least if there's accountability, that really goes a long way. And I don't understand it. I don't know, but let me get to some more comments. Yeah, thank you for that. Yes, thank you, Jake. I see you here on the screen. Yeah, Yoshi Matsu, who I was on live with. Yes, he and I had a good conversation about that. Not going to lie, having them know that for years is not good for the environment and how they will promote. Absolutely. It would definitely, for sure go into that. They're protected class in there, man. It's ridiculous how protected they are. Prison justice. Yeah, it's a different dynamic. It's a good point. I want to bring this up because if Barry's here, and anybody's out there in Brooklyn, when I was growing up and living in Brooklyn, if something happened like this, I can say it on here. I don't think I'll get canceled. My mother might be hearing it, but she'll be okay with it. You wouldn't get to live to the next day. So to be honest, like the way this was treated, like, even like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when you were like in the streets, like if there was somebody that was known that did these things, you were going to be found in Potter's Field, or you were going to be found in a body bag. I'm not saying people should do that. I'm just saying that's the way this was treated a long time ago. But that's the way, it was treated a long time ago. So there was like, okay, yep, okay. Jacob Collins, who Big Man Cam doesn't like, but it probably likes him on this point. I can't stand when people like this are in the backyard and underground community. It gives us a bad name because we're all trying to struggle. And there's a lot of people out there who come on here, like a lot of people come on here and they want to give their voices. And we have a lot of good people here. And that's, the sad part of it. Yes. How you doing, Jake? Yes. TBW new. I just posted a screenshot. Jacob Frost, they won't. They've done so much weird stuff, and I've heard so much about them, and that's come out for sure. This individual says facts. I think we know this individual, but where is Joshua Allen? I don't know. I don't know that answer. That's a very good question. I did speak with Mr. Allen. He said he didn't know. He said he did not know. I mean, all I can say, and that's that's what it was. Part of me now, yes, we talked about that. Yes, Yoshi made a good point on that as well. Titan came on and lied. Big facts. Not sorry for calling it out. I think she's referring to him not calling it out. If I'm standing corrected. Yeah, thank you for that for Chaotic. I think I mentioned it. Yeah, we talked about that. Oh, our friends in ALW, want to give them a big plug. ALW will implement background checks now because of this situation in Dvorak's story. I can't be having that. We have random kids. They actually have, like, you guys have a crowd. You guys have a crowd. So to them. So I would think background checks would be a good one because I think that, I don't know if you give Social Security, but at least a name and address, a telephone number, or, I even think what about a reference history, like a job reference history? I don't know if that's acceptable for anybody, but I would think like some type of references. I mean, I don't know if anybody ever did like cover sheets, letter of recommendation. I don't know if that's would help as well. I don't know. I don't know. That's just something. What is what Titan said? I don't know. What did he not say? Am I missing?
I posted it like as a statement that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh,
locations.
he's going on the screenshot. I apologize. I am so sorry about that. It doesn't have to be on screen. Yeah, thank you, TBK. Appreciate that. Yes, thank you, Abraham. Abraham won the lotto. Lucky Abraham. He won the lotto and went on Sportswire. I have no idea. It's garbage. Yes, definitely garbage. I apologize to everyone on my behalf. So Chaotic's apologizing. He, again, is a talent. I can't go and condemn the talent.
Well, from what I understand, Chaotic did not know and also responded to the predicament like upset as he should. And from what I know and what I've been told, Chaotic didn't know. So I'm not pushing anything on him. I know that TBW management did know, and a few people that was a part of TBW in 2020 must have found out about Joe and just accepted the fact. Whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, no, 100%, 100% on that for sure. Let me get to some more people in the chat. I will. Mac 10 wants to speak on it, so I want to let Mac have the floor in a minute. TBW knew they need to shut down. Yes, agree with that. Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm doing good, Andrew. Hope you're feeling better. Okay, crazy part because who didn't type? Yeah, that's another point. Like I just think that has to be a motto of right. I mean, we're talking about a 13-year-old and such. That's a different ballgame. Mac 10, who's our investigative reporter. How you doing, Mac? How you making out today?
Doing pretty good. I found out a lot of information that Jake has posted now. I found that out early this morning. Okay. And I know which ones of the members of TBW knows and which ones don't.
Okay.
And I spent time on the phone with Josh this morning at 4:30 in the morning because he called me for about 2.5 hours. And
I didn't speak to him as long. I don't have much of a voice. I did 30 minutes.
Josh was hearing stories about it, but didn't know that he was on the registry.
Well, here's the thing. Like, when did he hear stories about it though? Like, cause like if you heard stories, you think that you could look into it more, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't settle right with me.
So my logic on that, if I heard something like that, I'd probably, if you're not, you probably wouldn't recommend the individual, at least on, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's in the mind of Josh. I don't know enough about it. I can't speak on somebody's personality.
Josh keeps to himself at TBW. Every time I was over there, he was pretty much to himself.
I mean, look, I don't know.
He heard rumors, so it's something that he should have done or tried to do something about it. You know what I mean? But yet this guy just goes quote unquote unnoticed and just things swept underneath the rug. I don't know.
Trust me, I get that.
I consider myself TBW. It's my home at the end of the day, but it's not on me. Basically, that's what he's saying. It's not on me. That's fair. It's not the talent's fault. It's the people that swept it under the rug. Yes, D'Angelo the Flame, and which one? What are you talking about, D'Angelo? We're way behind on. Okay. Oh, Thorn. Yeah, with the garbage Wi-Fi. What a shock. Yes, happy birthday. Anarchist Gunshot said UWA doesn't deserve the backlash. And when was that? Was that today?
Okay. It was today. It was literally probably 2 or 3 hours ago.
If it was yesterday in the afternoon, all right. People don't know. I can live with
today.
that.
It was.
Look.
Well, hold on. It was on Dalton Skull's Facebook talking about the post of him, how like many memories he made at UWA, and then I said, well, blah 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 blah. Went through the whole story. Everybody already knows. And then Gunshot went on and tried to say, well, you don't have to keep bringing it up. Like the people that did the act deserves a backlash, not the company itself. Then I'm like, but they knew and they defended it and kept it secret. And he's just like, yeah, but you don't have to keep on bringing it up. Like it does no point. He's just like, they don't deserve the backlash. It's like, yes, they do. They defended a registered sex offender. They knew. That's it. Point blank. And then Dalton deleted the comments. And yeah, I got like 2 screenshots of it because I knew something was going to happen. So 2 screenshots, not the full convo, but if anyone would like to see them, I have them.
Yeah, you mentioned that there. Hillbilly Tilly's in the house from AWL. J. Cal New. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly the way it goes. I do want to say though, UWA guys, I spoke with certain guys and I was told they didn't know, and I don't want to demonize the guys that spoke to me and said I didn't know, and that's I don't want to be in the business of that.
See,
it's not,
like on that, on the aspect of the people that did or didn't know, right now with like out the hard evidence that a lot of us have,
okay.
it's a toss up. It's a he said she said scenario unless we have the evidence that person.
And that was, I got to be honest, going into it yesterday, into the show, I'm like, listen, James, absolutely, put it out there. But my impression was, look, I'm sure James would have said something. And my impression was, okay, like, I don't know enough about you can't go out and say everybody's not, guilty until you have the evidence. Today is a different ball game. That's a different discussion, I'm an auntie now, and someone's messed with my nephew. I'm probably going to go to jail. 100%. Definitely agree on that. Jake Hal knew. Okay, let's go with that. Jake has become the modern day Chris Hansen. Thank you for that. Yes, howdy Yoshi. Yes, Yoshi, we love Yoshi. Yes, every being early. Thank you for my birthday. Hopefully my birthday is on a better note on Monday. I would like to get to my birthday. Titan was lying. Yes, is there any other Jakes? Well, Jake, it's not Jacob Frost with the J-A, it's Jakob. So you would be the only Jake left. I'm not sure there's another Jake left. Titan knew. Okay, Thorne told his story, and I'm gonna believe Thorne. He didn't. I can't. Whatever. Aaron Blaze, we got his story. Okay, part of me is willing to go full isolationist and close off from the rest of the industry, minus the business partners that we already have. And some people are going to feel that way, and that's very understandable. UWA and TDW knew. Yeah, I think if you're an outside figure, like I think you don't know people, right? So if you worked in that locker room or you're in that company, I think that's a different call. If you're like a fan, if you're a streamer, if you're an interview, like even TBK says, I defended them, but you can't blame him even because, he doesn't know. He doesn't work in the company. You don't know. You don't know.
And see, and that's another thing. Like Jake, I literally just went and looked at your story because people were talking about it. And the implement of people coming to different shows, yes, you're going to end up getting background checks. But if I'm going to another show, I'm doing a background check on that entire show's roster before I even go.
Yeah, absolutely. No question about that. Let me read off some more comments and get to everybody back. They would be shunned if they knew. Yeah, I think we went into that. Let's go. A lot of people here. I appreciate everyone that's standing for what's right. Yes, absolutely. A lot of people do feel that way, and we don't want to condone that. Did I miss anything? I think Mac 10's here. He's filling us in, so you can basically get into that. Thank you. Let's not forget. Yes, I mentioned Joe Anderson being a world champion. I want to say hello to our buddies in LBYW. Kurt Adams was just on this show. If you're a BYW fan, they said Kurt Adams. That was an awesome show. I just watched it, and I'm excited about the guys coming back here. If anyone knew about the situations at hand from our friend Judas, that needs to be addressed immediately, especially management. James, you're a legend. Yes, we can call you a legend on Sportswire, James. You are a legend. Chaotic loved facing you, James Taylor. So Chaotic is obviously praising you. Yes, James.
Hey, James might be a legend in the trash can.
Huh?
We'll move on here. We'll move on to comments. It sounded funny, I think. To lighten the mood,
funny to me.
Or James plugs on YouTube. James on that YouTube. People loving it. I want to say hello to Comatose. Comatose was sharing the story, talking about what we were doing. He says hello. Yeah, I think that we don't need that. We need to move on. Need better. What's up, Blaze? Yes, the investigations today were top tier. You're definitely not like us. I want to say hello to one of my buddies who's here, who knows me, who can give me some evidence. My friend Barry Gutman. Barry, good old Barry from Brooklyn. Barry, I'll get to you in a minute. I gotta read. How you doing, Barry? By the way, he's the owner of the Amazing Candles group on Facebook. So if you've been getting invites from me, you can do that here. Barry, I'm gonna get Barry's opinion because Barry.
Yeah, I still haven't got an invite to the candles.
I thought I did invite you, but I'll do it off the air. I got like 40 comments to go on of, but. Yes, I'll be off working under now. Yes, if you want to come on, I'll definitely throw you on here. Yeah, Brooklyn definitely. Barry knows in Brooklyn we wouldn't have dealt with that situation, right, Barry? With these pedos, right, in Brooklyn.
Listen, I wanted to join last night so bad, but
Barry, Barry knows. He's from Brooklyn, like me. Barry, you think that would have happened in Brooklyn? That would have been, they would have made it to the next day?
They want to make it in the next 10 minutes with me.
See, Barry knows. Barry knows. Barry definitely knows. Well, if someone has to crash on them, I'll crash out. Yes, Mac, I got the invite. I sent it to you. RPW has been implementing background checks and will continue to do so. Good. That's good to know. We like. CJ, now the Alpha. I did background checks on most of our roster, name checks, court systems, prison systems, all info checked because a while back he'll continue that. I already unsubscribed to TBW and UWA. Shame to TBW and UWA. Yes, there's Mr. Napalm, who was the American Badass, who's in the military. Love our veterans. Yes, you know Napalm. Good to know. To be honest, Gunshot has no say. Bro isn't that smart. Not being mean, but should keep that in mind. Also, like, I'm aware I do deserve whatever karma comes to me for knowing about this stuff. All right. I mean, look, I feel responsible genuinely for what happened. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Barry, for that. I'm really sorry. He apologizes. Don't blame yourself. Keep your head up. It's TBW and Joe Anderson. How does Gunshot get involved with everything back? Yeah, he's always involved in something. Like, he's always involved. When is the last time he's been in a ring?
Yeah, I was going to say, does he even freaking wrestle? Because I've never...
I remember he was on here a year and a half ago talking about wrestling somewhere, and and I think that's my buddy from LBYW. Yeah, I don't know how that happens. I don't understand. I want to give a big shout out to Soldier. Soldier and I were obviously talking about this earlier, trying to bring wrestling together when this happens. But ultimately, yes, I think that's going to happen. I think as I said on Instagram, as I'm stuttering here, short term it's bad. Long term, we'll get over it. Yeah. By the way, Barry, you got the porn stash going on. What do you think, Barry?
I got the what?
Porn stash with the mustache.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Barry's got the porn stash there. Put me in a tornado tag team match. The PDF files versus all of Brooklyn. Barry lives in Brooklyn still, by the way. Barry lives in the hood, by the way. Barry, you're in the hood these days, right?
Yeah.
Barry's in the hood, by the way. Barry, could you have imagined, Barry, I have to make a light of this. Could you have imagined if, like, these individuals walked into, like, Snyder Avenue over there and, right off Flatbush Avenue? Could you have imagined that, Barry? Like, could you imagine if those, individuals walked off to you up where by, the Farragut houses over there or, right off by Holy Cross Church where you were? Could you imagine how long were they lasted, Barry? How long do you think? What was the over-under?
They won't last at all, to be honest.
Barry's a big man, by the way. But a positive hi to Barry. By the way, we love Barry on Sportswire. Send him to Hoboken. Hoboken don't have the same ring as Brooklyn, though. So, Barry, what you want to talk about this, though? You have any thoughts? I mean, Barry's worked in politics, so Barry knows from the political world. What do you think about all this stuff going on? You were talking to me about it off the air,
I was.
You were. I think you did. But what do you think hear about this whole stuff? What do you think? You were listening to it. You were a political operative. You worked on campaigns. You were helping politicians get elected, like State Senator Marty Golden and David Sterobin. Come on, what do you got on this?
That was a long time ago, buddy.
That was a long time ago, but that's why they're not in office anymore, because they didn't get your services anymore for help. Anything you want to say?
I think you guys said plenty of much what happened last night. It's just crazy.
It's very crazy.
It is just straight crazy.
And check your messages right quick. I just sent you something.
Whose messages?
Jake.
Me? Oh, Jake. Okay. Oh, thank you for letting us know. All right. Well, all right. By the way, Big Man Cam wants to visit us, Barry. What do you think about that? He's going to meet us. Barry, have you thought about a career? Barry, I was wondering, what do you think about going into wrestling? You're a big man. You got the size, you got the the force around you. What do you think about a wrestling career? There's some guys here who own promotions. They could train you to be a wrestler. What do you think about that?
A wrestler? No, I can't.
No, why not? You can move on from playing Superman.
That's not my top. That's not my cup of tea. Whatever you want to call it. I can't with you right now.
Poor Barry, big man. What do you think about that? Big man Barry. Big Man Barry.
Big Man Barry.
Big Man Barry, good old Big Man Barry. But yeah, that's fine. Barry's finisher is taking a candle on a fire. Barry, I mean, what do you think? I mean, do candles to the fire? What do you think about that, Barry?
I don't know.
What do you think? You sure you're not? You want to think about it, Barry? I would love to see that, Barry.
Wrestling is just not my thing.
So what would be your thing then? What would be your thing, Barry?
Oh, you see my background. It says hardcore gamer.
You are a hardcore gamer.
That's my thing right there.
You are a hardcore gamer. That's very
That's
good.
That's what I mostly do.
Well, that's where you're smart because you're obviously not going out there and committing these crimes of sort. But let me get to some more comments and ask what the chat wants to think. They're not like, no, James. How you doing to James? There will be an interesting next couple of weeks for him. A lot of stuff going on out there. Appreciate that. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Wah, wah, wah.
What the hell?
Well, James, are you paying Big Man Cam's salary still in ROEW? Is that what the big bucks go there?
If that's what he wants to waste his money on.
What do you want to say to Big Man Cam right now? Now that he's here and he's going to be back on Sportswire next Friday. I mean, you want to say anything to Big Man Cam?
You know what? I'm almost stumped. But I think you need to stop smoking the vapes. I think you need to.
Are we going to do background check on vape smoking now, James? Come on. That's a little too much, James.
You need to take your big ass to the gym and start working out more. That's what you need to do.
I think we need to do a background check on James's Wi-Fi.
How's the Wi-Fi for? That's a good point for Mackie. That's a good point.
I reset my Wi-Fi. I don't understand what the fuck's going on with it.
Do you mind, Jake? Do you mind telling Jake to check his DMs? I think, did you check it, James? Your DM, Jake, how? It's a song. Yep. Oh, okay. Hey, Tom, could you explain the situation we were talking about? Okay, so the situation was that there were 3 wrestlers in hand. There were 3 different situations. The first one was Sammy Slade of the UWA, was a registered sex offender. He had inappropriate, I don't want to, whatever, with a 13-year-old minor. There was Joe Anderson, right, was also a 13-year-old. Was Joe Anderson 13, 19 and 13, right? And Craven Rage was 20 and said the girl was 19. She was 17. His state's laws, he served 8 years in prison. His wife came on here. They talked about it. He followed the state's laws. He's there as well. And that was his situation. He came on here and spoke about it. The other 2 were with 13-year-olds. So you could take that for what it was. At least am I missing something? Am I wrong on any of this stuff? I want to make sure. Am I missing any? I don't want to get my tongue twisted here. Yes, so I want to correct you.
The information that I found out on Slade was his was attempted aggravated sexual battery.
Attempted aggravated sexual battery.
Yep.
Barry, did you write that down?
He got caught before it happened.
Oh, well, and Slade had multiple incidents, correct?
I believe the first one that popped up that I saw was times 2 and then another one in 16.
And I thought Anderson had 4 different ones, right? Wasn't Anderson 4?
He's got 2 with sexual battery and 1 of a parole violation. Then there's the one with physical harm.
Oh, boy.
I'm not going to really, in a way, I'm not going to count the other 2 because they were dismissed.
Okay, and then the Craven Rage story happened in 1998. That was his story. He did 8 years. He moved on. That's his story. He owned up to it. You can take it for what it was. He's not going to come back onto the platform, but he was on here, and he at least owned up to his situation. I think people at least can say, all right, he owned up to it. I don't agree with what he did. I don't support it, but that's his story.
See, that was my whole aspect of last night. If you're gonna own up to it, cool. I'm not going to be around you.
No, 100%. I think
you're owning up to your past.
Explain that, right? And if you're in a wrestling company, it's one thing you come on here. If you're in a company that totally, I spoke to guys. Some guys said, I don't want to be around him. Some guys said, he owned up to it. it's what it is. I mean, that's the way I don't know these guys in a ring with. It's a different ball game. Kron made his story. You move on from it. And thank you, Mr. Matsuda, for tuning in. And I'll see you on Instagram. But yes, and I don't vape. I use Zen, bro. Barry, do you vape? Do you vape, Barry? By the way, you a vapor, Barry?
I do not vape, but I do smoke the good stuff.
You do smoke? Did you smoke even years ago? Did I forget about that?
Of course.
You did. You did. So what are you smoking these days?
The good stuff.
The good stuff.
But no,
what makes it so good, by the way?
Yeah, I've said what I needed to say tonight, and Jake, I'm gonna look more into that, and I'll let you know if I find anything out.
Okay.
Is there anything else, Mac, than you want to say before I let you go? I understand Cato and you are coming back to Sportswire soon. Cato is coming back. He is coming back with.
Well, I'll be back when Cato comes back and stuff
all
like
right.
that.
We're getting back to normal then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just keep a lookout with the IWA post and what's going on. There's been, I believe, 8 first round matches that have already been announced, and then you've got the shit cup matches that have been announced. So you never know what's going to happen because
I'm happy you grew the facial hair back in. It was weird looking with you just a mustache. You look better.
I didn't have a mustache. It was all gone.
I thought you had a mustache.
No, it was all gone.
Well, you got it back. We're back to normal now.
On that, there's a little birdie on a grapevine that's been kind of feeding information to us. A couple of our guys went to XPW.
Oh, yes.
And I've been hearing down through the grapevine from some of the XPW guys that they might show up to IWA.
Ooh.
Because they took the account of 2 of our guys showing up to XPW as, in sorts, an invasion.
Oh, well, we don't want to know any details about that, but we're excited, Mac. I'm looking forward. I might even have Cato this weekend, possibly. So we might be saying, by the way, Elman Black has one question. I heard you're in the Carnage Cup. What spot you got, my man?
Actually, I've kind of pulled from the Carnage Cup right now because there was a couple of bigger names that came in. And there's a lot of other stuff that's coming up, but Kevin Bossman, instead of just fully pulling from the show, he had put me in a match with the guy that I faced last year, Rebel.
Yes, I remember that. We took
the basis of this match is, and there's another guy that's in the match. I don't really know anything about him yet, but I'll find out when it comes to the show. Our match basis is our hands will be basically duct taped with glass on them, and in random intervals, we will have to take
Barry,
shots.
You one day, Barry. What do you think, Barry?
Say it again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I was saying, what do you think about being your hands duct taped with glass?
Oh, that's definitely not happening.
Oh boy. Well, Mac, I'm gonna let you go. Enjoy. I'll probably see you this weekend. Thank you for your hard investigating journalism, and we'll see you probably in a few days.
All right.
Thank you. That was the Mac 10, the Deathmatch Werewolf, and Barry is like, what the hell am I doing on Sportswire? Let me get to some comments here and before I get back to these individuals and hang out for a little while longer. Geez, crazy. People always said Kendrick Lamar made the anthem of 2024. Thanks, guys. Yes. That's on Barry's iPhone these days. What are you listening to music-wise these days, Barry?
A little bit of everything, to be honest. Mostly
That's
more
good.
country stuff.
Oh, you country, Barry, for living in the hood for country?
Listen, there's a little birdie out there that says that my nickname is Big Country. So,
boy, Barry, I tell you, you should be my wingman on Sportswire. We could do like the Tonight Show, but me and you, Barry. What do you think?
I got the soundboard ready to go. So
I can't wait, boy. The viewers are like, Tom. Hopefully, you get off Sportswire soon. He got mad at me because I told him to take his hat off in the cafeteria. It's in the inmate handbook. He needed to take it off. Thank you for letting us know that. I'll remember that. Well, he decided to tell me I was violating his 8th Amendment rights, and he was going to sue me because he was cold.
I'm going to jump off here, Tom.
Thank you,
I
James.
want to come on and say hi. So, see y'all later, guys.
Nice we'll stay around for a little while longer. I'm not going to stay here forever. I don't have much of a voice. We'll go like this and pull everybody back up. But watching Prison Break and having the volume on mute, just reading the chat. We'll listen to this on the road tomorrow. Thank you, James. I told him he lost his rights when he decided his granddaughter was his personal. Yeah, that's a little much for me. That he was a sick MF. I made him throw away his food and leave. I wish he wouldn't have, though. Yeah. Can't wait till everybody sees the IMF Ring of Champions. Yes, finally get to me on a lighter note. Please After today, lighter note. Anything, Jake, you want to say? Anything else you want to say on your mind? Anything else I should know of and such?
Well, I'll do a cheap plug. Tomorrow is the season premiere of season 6 for NEW. So tune into that Friday, 6 p.m. on the NEW channel.
I'll be in the chat. I'll be in the chat tomorrow. I will definitely be in the chat.
Other than that, TBW needs to shut its doors. I do not believe any of them when they speak on what they said they didn't know or did know, except for Chaotic. I've heard from numerous people. Other than that, I mean, I think Jay Wild is also another one that didn't know because I've seen reactions of his. But yeah, don't support TBW. Don't support people that defend these offenders. Because at the end of the day, if they're defending these convicted registered sex offenders, then you're just as sick as they are, because like that just goes to tell me that if I do have kids, I am not bringing them around you or anyone else that defends these guys. So watch out, do your background checks on everybody. That's what NEW is going to do, because unfortunately that's just the day of age we live in nowadays. Can't really trust anybody. But yeah, other than that, don't be a pedophile. Don't be on the sexual offender list. And
Please, seriously, don't be on the registry, Barry. Could you have imagined we were on campaigns if we were on the registry, Barry? Could you have imagined that we were working in politics to be on the registry? Oh my goodness, God, thank you, Barry, for vouching for me. At least I know there's one person that did a background check. Barry's my background check. What do you think, audience? He is my background check. He actually knows. He's brought his cat here. Thank you, Jake. We'll pull this off. We'll get to Omen. So where's the cat? Bring the cat up here on the screen. Barry's got the cat vote for us. Barry, show the cat for the audience.
He's a little sick right now, be honest.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hope your cat feels better. Remind me your cat's name again. I forgot on the other stream the other day. What's that?
His name is Tigger. Who?
Tigger. Tigger. That's a good one. We miss Tigger. We love to say Tigger. Yes. We appreciate it. Craven at least was honest, and I think that he'll be judged in a different light. It wasn't good what he did, but 19, 17, 20, it's a little bit, it's not good. But it's at least he said his thing. Should he be on Sportswire? Absolutely not. But at least he said his thing, and that's commendable. Just watching the Falcons. Falcons won. Go Falcons. I will put the Omen Black matchup in a minute. It's sad. You have to say, don't be a pedo. Yeah, I mean, that's totally like, I didn't realize, and we had to even talk about this in this world. It's like freaking absurd. But anything else, Jake, you want to say? I know you got to get up for work in the morning. Anything else? I'll be in the chat tomorrow. I'm going to be looking forward to the season premiere of the debut. Oh, do you think I could be in the chat still? Am I accepted in the chat?
Well, let me get your full first and last
name. Let me give you my first name, my telephone number, my email address, my address. Let me give you all that. Maybe then afterwards I could be in the chat.
Give me your credit card info.
Oh, you're gonna want my credit card bank account. Yeah, I think that'll cover me. I think my bank account, my credit. If you're out there, DD, who's watching, one of our friends, you definitely want my bank account. You definitely want my credit card. Barry would want it too. So I'll give you that information, and hopefully I'll pass the background check and see you tomorrow at 6:00 Eastern time.
All right. Other than that, be good people, stay off the list, and don't support people like that.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for confirming that. Thank you, Jake. We'll see you soon. Barry, I mean, we'll hang out for a little longer. What do you think? Actually, it's good to see you on a stream with actual people here, but nice to, what do you think?
I'd rather see you right next to me, though. You know what I
mean? Yeah, I would have to go to Snyder Avenue, though. I'm in Staten Island now. For me to go to Snyder Avenue.
You can stay over that bridge if you want.
You told me I should stay over the bridge and not come back to Brooklyn.
I used to live over there. I know the feeling.
Oh, you did? Where did you live on Staten Island? I don't remember you living on Staten Island. What was
that? Legitimately right across the street from the ferry.
Oh, and you didn't tell me you were by the ferry? Boy.
That's when I worked for Marty Golden at the time.
Oh, yeah. Marty's got his, Marty's old now.
Marty's old.
Marty's old. Marty's losing his hair.
Marty's not coming back.
No, he shouldn't come back. Marty's, Marty's Marty, though. But I do have his phone number in my cell phone still. I should put Marty on Sportswire. Probably not. That'll really lose.
I doubt he's going to answer, but yeah.
He wouldn't answer. You speak to Marty these days on the phone? Nah.
Why should we?
I don't know. Maybe
that was back then, maybe. But
he's a former police. He's a former police officer. He probably have something to say on the pedos. He's a former cop. I would think a former cop would have something to say on that.
He'll have a whole bunch to say.
He'll have a lot to say, but
maybe we should get David Strobin on him one day. David
Strobin should come on here, but that's up to David Strobin. He's probably in bed right now. Yes. Don't be a pedo. I got a plug. I want to give a big plug. I'll put Omen's up in a second, but Barry's got a Twitch. So if you're on Twitch right now, let's put Barry's Twitch up here for a minute, because if you are out there, well, I have a voice. I want to make sure you go support Barry. Barry's got a lot of followers on Twitch. So I want to make sure you give him a big follow on Twitch. So Barry's on Twitch. So if I see you out there, Big Man Cam, Omen Black, you're on Twitch. Atomic Trash, you're on Twitch, right? You're on Twitch. Give Barry a follow on Twitch. He's got 422 followers on Twitch. How about that? Yes.
Oh.
At your Twitch. You put your Twitch up there. How about that?
Right.
Oh, Big Man Cam's on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, Big Man Cam, it's Hardcore Gaming 2120. Not to be confused with 2112. So that's Barry's. Barry plays Supermarket Stimulator on there. That's his game. He's really good at that, Oh, Big Man Cammy. Okay, I'll take care of you. Big _man _Cammy. Could be, Big Country versus Big Man Cam, Barry. Yeah, that's the gist.
Thank you guys for the follows. I just got them all in just now.
Good. Want to make sure you got those follows. By the way, Barry's on Instagram too. So if you're on Instagram, let's give Barry a big plug on Instagram, because Barry needs those followers on Instagram, because his Instagram's not doing well right now. So let's make sure, if you're here, I got 30-something people on the chat. Barry, Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. Barry, are you celebrating the Jewish New Year?
I celebrate everything. A little bit of everything.
But there it is on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, give Barry a follow. We might be the new Tonight Show, Tambo, but wrong tag. Sorry, he followed you though. But Barry's on Instagram. Barry's got the Tigger there, Tigger-boo. So if you're out there, there's Barry. We even give him a like on his post. There he is. He's big. By the way, if you want to get some candles, that's the Barry stuff. He's selling all kinds of candles for Halloween, chocolate pumpkin pie. You want one here that obviously somebody out there, Dee, maybe you're going to get a candle. I'm going to mail you a bunch of candles because I can do that, because my bank account's bigger than everybody else's except Abraham. So there's the cats, Chunky Monkey, and Tigger-boo, or Tigger-poo, and Tigger-poo. And then there's the friendly compounds of the Barry house. Think about that, Barry.
We might have someone in the chat in a second.
For our audience in the South, by the way, I mean, this is where Barry's in the hood. He's where the real hood, This is, by the way, what was happening with your phone being dead? Bodo here, your phone was dead.
My phone? Oh, my phone's always dead.
Boy, it's gonna be good.
You might have someone in the chat in a second.
Oh yeah, who we gonna have in the chat? Who we gonna have in the chat?
Mr. David Starobin.
He's in the chat. We're gonna bring him up here. We should ask him. We should get legal advice from David Starobin on the situation where I could ask him that. We should get that here. Twitch is on chaotic. I hope Barry Gutman gets his cats better and well soon. I'll change the name.
Thank you.
I hope the cats feel better. Maybe we should ask David Starobin his opinion. We can get legal advice on the pedophile situation on Sportswire. What do you think?
He'll answer that for sure.
Well, this is why you got to stay in there. By the way, you got another follower on Twitch, Barry. More followers, Barry.
Hey, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Love Barry. Custom candles, by the way. You do custom candles?
Of course.
Yep. Good custom candles there. You got custom candles. Are these the candles?
All kinds of scents and colors, whatever you need. I
gotta ask the chat. Who drinks root beer? Who drinks custom root beer energy drinks? Who drinks custom?
I'm not gonna lie. That's actually my uncle's high hustle company that he works for.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, their energy drinks, they're 0 sugars and stuff, and they're pretty good. Not gonna lie. I'm not about the whole sugary drink, and
I don't drink root beer.
I'm telling you the truth, it's more about the taste for me. The energy is just the energy,
Well, I'm glad you got some energy, because D'Angelo LaFlame has energy. LaFlame candles sold at shows. So, I got to pull up, Barry. I got to pull up that photo we have together. We got to pull it up one more time for the audience. I want the people to see us in action. When we were somebodies in the world, now we're nobodies, and, nobody likes us. And, I got to pull that photo for us here. But, obviously, thank you, Barry, for your support and real live energy. While I have a voice, there it is, me and Barry. The dream team, the greatest talk show host tandem in history. There we are, the greatest. Barry, what a great moment that was. This is why the people tuned in today. We have 19 people on YouTube watching us live. They wanted to see this photo with us, Barry.
I'm waiting for Mr. Starobin to type in the chat.
Now, what does the root beer energy drink smell like?
Root beer.
This lady wants to say. And your mom's here, by the way. Give it a big shout out to Barry's mom. Barry's mom is in the chat, definitely. And hello to them. Definitely good to see you. And well, what does it smell like? So what does the energy drink root beer smell like?
You just said it for yourself. It smells like root beer.
Well,
Smells like
it
root
smells
beer.
like
Tastes like root beer.
root beer smells like toothpaste to me, though.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Maybe I should brush. Maybe use toothpaste more forward.
If toothpaste smells like root beer, we got a problem there.
That's what I thought it smelled like. Yes, hello there, Mom. How you doing, Mom? Good to see you, Mom. And I gotta make 3 Slim Jim commercials tomorrow. Since congratulations, WCE over 700. I know there's a lot of stuff with Craven Rage, but the WCE guys, there was accountability, so we'll see what happens. But everybody wish them well, and keep up the good work. And long as everybody's on the straight and narrow, we can go forward. And that was the gist of it. So. What else? By the way, what's in the background? You got some stuff in the background. You got your laundry clothes in the background. You got
I got it.
Why don't you do the laundry? The audience wants to know, why don't you do the laundry yet?
I gotta fold them all. They're all clean.
You gotta fold them all. We should get Atomic Trash to fold them all for you. She's in the chat, right? We should get her to fold them. But I'm only kidding. D'Angelo the Flame, Real Raw Energy. Promise is a promise. Good, yes. Promise is a promise.
To be honest, all my candle stuff's right behind me too.
Oh, that's because you're selling a lot of them, right? You're making a lot of money. You're making some moves these days.
1 or 2 sales so far. Nothing crazy.
Good. Well, I'm going to make sure you have another sale by the weekend. You're going to get another sale from yours truly. I'm going to make sure that you get some sales out there.
Listen,
yes.
I told you. One of them's on the house for me.
I'm going to make sure we take care of our people here on this platform.
Exactly.
I take care of you. I take care of you, Barry Gutman, the legendary Barry Gutman. You're a good man, Barry. I would like a Deadpool candle. You have Deadpool candles?
I wish.
Why not?
Some people have been asking me about Deadpool candles and stuff, but whatever happens, I have to wait until we get more stuff in.
We got to get more candles. Maybe Mom can help us get more candles, right?
I just placed another order on candles, though. Right now, I just placed an order on candles for Christmas.
Good. And Hanukkah too. And Hanukkah.
I haven't found any Hanukkah tins right now. I'm waiting.
Let people go. And this person here wants a atomic trash candle. That possible? That feasible?
I don't know.
Okay.
Might have to look like a trash can.
Stop. Barry Gutman here, stand-up comedian Barry Gutman. If I want to become a backyard wrestler, I'd rather go to ROEW and YBW, Resurrection Wrestling, IMF, and NEW Underground Wrestling. Maybe that could be your career in backyard wrestling. You could do it. Big country Barry Gutman. She would like a trash candle? A trash candle? Why? Why would you want a trash candle if you're in the audience? Why would that be? That doesn't make any sense, Barry, right?
Hey, listen, people love all kinds of different things. I have no comment on that, really. The thing is, what would it smell like, though?
I don't know. That's a good question. What would that smell like? I don't know.
Like 10 different scents into one, and it smells like Donkey Kong. I don't know.
Barry, we should do. I tell you what, Barry, we're gonna be Monday. You're gonna be here for my birthday, right?
I'm definitely gonna be here Monday.
I tell you what, Barry, that's gonna be. If you're here right now, you gotta be here for my birthday. So I have this here. This is the line. To put a little raccoon next to it's my favorite animal, and I have no idea. And raccoon next to my favorite animal. What's the favorite animal though? Who's the favorite animal?
Raccoon.
oh, good cameo. Big man Cam, did you send me the cameo? Because I'm owed a cameo. I got a cameo, by the way. Barry, are you on Cameo giving out cameo videos to your fans?
I don't even know what that is.
So Cameo is for the audience. It's this thing that basically you record a personalized message for somebody. I would think you could do that. You should do one for David Starobin. Say, this is Barry Gutman. Just want to say, David Starobin, thank you for all that you've done for us over the years. But, I should have been the state senator, and that's why I'd be in office.
That's a good one.
I will pay for that. I tell you what, you get on Cameo, I'll pay for that personally. I'll personally pay for that. And it's sending. Okay, tell me when it's sending, and I'll play a cameo. I got a cameo. Somebody gave me a cameo, Barry. Before we go and get off the show, I'm gonna put that cameo up, and you can go show it for me. But but that's the gist of it. We're having fun. I think the wrestling, the bad stuff is now out of our systems. We're gonna move on because we're gonna now You're gonna be my wingman now on some of these shows going forward. It's gonna be great, Barry. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, Barry.
Let me know when you need me.
I'm gonna need you every day. I mean, maybe tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow?
Right in my chair like always.
All right, tomorrow night, be here. Me and Barry are going to be here together. It's going to be great. Monday, my birthday, Barry's going to be here. At this point, Barry, maybe now that you got the stream figured out, maybe then I have to pay you royalties.
Hey, listen, we got to talk about these sides on you.
So what do you think about, because you know me, Barry, before I had the sides. You know me before I look like this. What do you, in your opinion, what do you think, especially for a lady out there that might be watching, what do you think about this? What do you think about it?
See, you got the size, but what's the mustache? Where's the goatee?
I don't like the goatee look. I never liked the goatee look, to be honest.
Listen, you've seen the picture. That's the Tom I used to know. I don't know this Tom.
Oh, Big Man Cam, it's next Friday. Not this Friday, it's next Friday. So that's the gist of it here. James Marshall looks into indoor shows. That's a good thing. We'll talk about that. WC's season is about to end. I respect he is the champion right now, actually. Yes, Big Man Cam is next Friday. Should I play the video? Let me know if not. But so basically, if not, we'll play it anyway. Well, you know what, Big Man Cam? I'll leave it. I'll play it during the week. So we'll save the timestamp on that. So basically, yeah, another week tomorrow. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll wait till next week. So you don't like the mutton chops, basically.
I never said I didn't like them, but you've seen the picture I sent you. That's the Tom I used to know.
But this is the one that has fans now. We would
listen. I'm not going to complain about that. You're almost up to what, 700 or 800?
942. Sorry, 942 YouTube subscribers. Do you know what my last two shows did before today? It was like 380 views, 310 views.
That's amazing.
More people know me now than David Starobin. There's more people that know me right now than more people know me than Marty Golden. Where is Marty Golden right now? Is Denters right now sleeping? I mean, come on.
Sleeping.
Of course he's sleeping because he's retired. I'm more known than the people we worked for all those years ago. How about that, Barry? Would you have ever thought years ago that you would actually be with somebody more popular than those politicians? Yeah, right. Probably not.
Probably not.
No way, yeah. I don't know about that. Rock the chops. Somebody likes the chops. I don't know about that. So did I get the video, Big Man Cam? Oh, I got the video. All right. Do you want to see for the audience? Big Barry, do you want to see this cameo video? You want to see it?
Sure. Why not?
Oh, you sure? You sure you want to see it? I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it for you. All right. All right. So let's play it for the audience. Big boy. I'm used to. Yeah. See, James, he knows me for 2.5 years. He knows me from the very beginning with this. See, the chat, everybody in the chat, Barry, they only know me to look like this. You know me from years ago with the baseball cap on and trying to push my hair back and clean shaven and couldn't talk and sweating every time somebody was around me. Now, like I said, I'm more known than David Starobin is. More people know me than David Starobin right now. More people know me than Marty Golden before, for sure, 100%. They're all because they're old news. I'm the new news. I'm the news story, But ignore the laundry folding. Barry in the laundry. The other person doesn't do the laundry. I hope if you're in the chat, you're doing the laundry. Please, if you're in the chat, do your laundry. Do your laundry. I'll pay you to do your laundry.
On Monday, that's not going to be there.
All right. So on Monday, you better not be. I want you here Monday with me on my birthday. Let's get to the video here. Big Man Cam, world premiere cameo video. Tom and Barry. The two guys here on prime time on Sportswire. Let's go. There we go. Oh, I got the wrong video. Hold on. Take this off the screen. Gonna go like this. World premiere video. Big Man Cam promo and Barry Gutman and I.
Hey, this is Big Man Cam, the ROEW World Heavyweight Champion, and I just wanted to let everybody know that next Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be on Sportswire Radio with my good friend, the Reverend Tom Bryce. We got Sportswire Radio where they got the brightest lights and the biggest stage, and I can't wait to be there. I will see you guys at 10 o'clock next Friday.
Oh, my God. Barry, we're famous. We're world famous people. We got a cameo, Barry. What do you think?
Not bad.
I'll tell you what, Barry, I'm going to get you a cameo. I'm going to get Big Man Cam to record you a cameo for Monday's show. Is that a deal?
Sounds good with me.
I'm going to do that. Because, Barry, you're a good friend. And you reached out, and I always make sure to help my people. So I'm going to get that for you Monday. Monday, you're going to be here with me hosting, and you're going to get that here. The people love you. They're tuned in still because of that. Maybe this person likes you. Maybe she likes you, that person. You think so?
Yeah,
Single? No. She was going
I've
out
been
with somebody
single
that
too
was on
long.
the show yesterday, she said. And, maybe you have a new friend. Who knows? Nah, you don't want to go that route. Don't go that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Of course. Oh, my God. Did you see the shirt? What the shirt was. What was the shirt again? I'll play the video. Do we have a shirt? Oh, I think was that the Backyard Havoc shirt? Yeah, I don't know. What are you drinking, by the way, for the audience? What are you drinking?
Iced tea.
Iced tea. Do you make your own iced tea also?
No.
Where is Davis DeRobin? I'm like on the show.
I don't
Waiting
know. I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
He said that he asked me for the link. I sent him the link.
Where is he? Is he going to come on the chat or is he going to go in the video?
I sent him the link for the live stream.
Yeah, send him the video. We're waiting here. Now, is the chat? Do you want to see a lawyer come on the show who's a former employer of mine? If you're in the chat right now, do you want to see one of my former employers? Raise your hands if you're in the chat right now. There's 36 of you. Do you want to see my former employer come on here and roast me? Who is here wants to raise your hands? Do you want to see my former employer? Not you. You're here with me. You're here. See, there you go. The people want it. So where is our employer? Where is our former employer? Get out of here. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
He's in here. He's in here for sure.
Well, where is he? I'm waiting for him. I don't see him in the link.
Listen, he's in the chat though. I know that for sure.
Well, why isn't he saying something? What's the matter with him?
I don't know.
What's the matter? We're waiting here. Come on. I'm the one that is more known than him now. I'm the one that's more known. Let's go. Let's go already here. Let's go. I've done 4 Instagram lives today. I've done 2 YouTube streams. That's campaigning now. That's the new form of campaigning.
Sounds like
that's how we got the followers, Barry.
Call him out. Look, even my own mother says, where are you?
The people are waiting. Come on. Let's go already. Let's go. Let's go. Where is Davis DeRobin? What's the matter? You couldn't hire me on the last campaign? That what it is about?
Oh, damn. That's hard.
It's the reason why. Because I'm a busy man. I make my own decisions. We wish him well. See, everybody's raising their hands. See? Here you go. We're waiting. I'll give him 5 minutes. He ain't working in the law right now. The courts are closed right now. Courts are closed.
Hey, listen, still could be pulling someone out of jail still.
Well, you're not you, right? You haven't been pulled out of jail recently, right?
Sure. Right across the street, don't worry.
You got the police. He lives next to a police precinct and also a firehouse.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And yes, Backyard Havoc, November 9th to 10th. We're going to talk about that next week. Big Man Cam, we're good to talk about that. It's going to be a big show, really big. He's big. Do you want to go to Bremen, Ohio, by the way?
What's in Ohio?
They're having this huge wrestling show that I created called the Backyard Havoc. Do you want to show up? I'm not going, but you can go in my place.
I can. I work tomorrow.
There he is. He's here. He's here. Our former employer. What happened to the petitions this week? The petitions are now on YouTube. That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by the man that was a former New York State Senator who's here, and he's seeing somebody that actually is more known than him at this point. I mean, what do we think? What happened to the petitions this week? Well, there's no petitions because the petition season ended. It ended, and that's why we're here on YouTube with Barry Gutman. Barry, this is wild, right?
Listen.
So I want my former employer to say something. What is on your mind? This is my former employer here. I'm firing Tom. Well, you fired me 10 years ago. So that's over already. You fired me. You're the reason why I'm on YouTube right now. You firing me is the reason why I'm a popular YouTube streamer.
Listen, he fired you, and that's when you went to Steven Sapp.
That was a few years later. See, he lost one election a few years later. There was a timestamp in between that. So that was a couple of elections after that. But yes, Steven Stapper's team ran in a few elections.
When you left, you never came back. That's the thing that would happen.
But he didn't run again, though. He
ran from Senate to councilor.
Starobin did Senate to councilor. Yes, he did Senate to councilor. Yes, he did Senate to Steven.
You went to Steven Sapp. That's the thing.
Steven Sapp did council, assembly, and council. And then did change political parties, Republican, Democrat, whatever it was. But who knows? Yes. And Zilla should say hello. Everybody say hello to David Starobin, my former employer, the man responsible for me being on YouTube. Everybody say hello to David. Give him a big round of applause. Definitely say hello to him. He's the reason why I'm on YouTube. Yes, Dilla says hello to David Starobin. Big man Cam, we need legal advice. We have a lawyer here that can vouch for us on the background check because, David, we dealt with 2 wrestlers that were apparently registered as sex offenders. One of them had sort of a relationship with a 13-year-old. It's really sick and twisted stuff. And we dealt with it, and hello, David. Yes, hello, David, though. Former Senator David Starobin. Barry, go out and give campaign flyers in Manhattan
That's
Beach.
the old days, buddy.
Are you living in? I thought you moved out of Manhattan Beach. You don't live near there. You're in Flatbush now.
That's the old days.
We should play. Let's play the cameo for David Starobin. I'm gonna play this cameo because David Starobin never gave me a cameo, but Big Man Cam did. Let's go with this here. Here we go.
Hey, this is Big Man Cam, the ROEW World Heavyweight Champion, and I just wanted to let everybody know that next Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be on Sportswire Radio with my good friend, the Reverend Tom Bryce. We got Sportswire Radio where they got the brightest lights and the biggest stage, and I can't wait to be there. I will see you guys at 10 o'clock next Friday.
I like the wing.
Big Cam, the ROEW
I
World.
got it already. Thank you for playing it twice. Yes, but that was pretty fun, right? A cameo. David Starobin never gave cameos. I get cameos. I'm popular now. Yes, I want to say hello to my friend DG Cole. DG, we're doing great. We're having fun. Because we're doing background checks. My former employer is here, former New York State Senator David Starobin, because I'm going now with the background check. I have a background check here. And Barry Gutman, my buddy Barry Gutman here. By the way, let's give it up here for Barry for this huge photo here. But yes, I did give him a New York Islanders jersey. I did give him one. But how about this photo? This is my background check. How about that, boy? What a great shot in time, right? Barry, we could have been the guy. Do you remember the Coming to America movie, Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy? We could be that now on Sportswire because we have fans now. We could be like that. We could be the new team. This is why we have the viewership. David, there's more people viewing this show than when you were on a stream with Gene Biridelli and Russell Gallo. When you were on those shows years ago on 17th Avenue, there's more people now here watching this than when you were there, for sure. Hands down. No question about that. But
whatever happened to Russell Gallo?
Russell Gallo moved to South Carolina.
Damn.
He moved like a year and a half ago. Gene Biridelli's in Long Island. He moved to Mastic Beach, Long Island, somewhere, something years ago, though. When you were busy, saving the world. But yeah. Now we're talk show hosts now, Barry. You're now officially a talk show host. Congratulations, Barry. I'm going to do what David was doing for you years ago. Now I'm going to give you the benefits of my success. David was trying to do that years ago. Now I'm basically doing that for you. Very fun, right? Very fun stuff, right? Very fun. But anything you want to say to the crowd, Barry, before I lose my voice in the next 10 minutes? Anything else you want to say to anybody? Anything else we should plug and promote and such?
Listen, I just got to say, Monday, it's going to be a fun night.
Monday, by the way, my birthday is here. Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. David Starobin, anybody else, you're here in the chat. You want to hang out. You want to roast me. You want to give a background. You want to look at my background check. You're welcome to do that as well. And yeah, David, look at this, David. I got 941 subscribers on YouTube now. 941 YouTube subscribers. Actually, 942, but who's counting? 941 YouTube subscribers. Not bad, right? Not too bad, right? Pretty much, no petitions.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all, right? Don't need petitions right now. That ain't going to be for a few months. But yeah, there's my link. Go that. But yes, and yes, I love the cameos. We appreciate that. Maybe tomorrow. You want to hang out tomorrow? You go on Sportswire tomorrow? Want to come on tomorrow, Barry?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
That's good. We'll have you tomorrow. Are you a sports fan, Barry? Do you like sports?
Yeah, I like sports.
Yeah, what team? What's the teams you like in sports? I forgot. It's a long time ago. What teams you like?
What kind of sport, though? There's all kinds.
You tell me. You tell me the sport.
Baseball, I gotta go all Yankees.
I'm a Mets fan. Mets won today.
All right. Football, I gotta go with 49ers.
Oh, 49ers. At least you weren't a Chiefs fan, right? Not a big Taylor Swift fan.
No.
No, not a Taylor Swift fan.
Definitely not.
What's the matter? Too skinny for you?
Hey, listen.
Atomic Trash is
listen. My mother's in here. I can't say too much.
Good point. Thank you for that. Atomic Trash is in here. Probably would say the same thing. I'm sure. Yeah, but what about basketball? You a basketball hooper? You a hooper? You got game?
Basketball, I got nothing to say about basketball. I don't like it too much.
What about hockey? Better be Islanders, right? Hockey Islanders.
Listen, I lived with David for a couple of years.
You were Rangers all the way.
It has to be whatever David likes,
David's Rangers. David's going to tell you about the 1994 Rangers.
Yeah, he'll just go back to the day.
David's going to talk about the 1994 Rangers, the 1994 New York Knicks. He's going to talk about the 1993 Toronto Blues. I know David like the back of my hand. I know him. I know what he likes. I'll give you the cameo receipt when we're off the air. And yes, watching your son protect you. So you like those sports? How about movies? You go to the movies? You like any movies recently?
I don't go to the movies.
Why not?
Movies not. I like movies, but I just got into more TV shows a lot more, but more than anything else.
Good. What's some of the TV shows you watching?
Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, stuff like that.
Oh, Chicago. Why do you like the name Chicago so much for?
Never know. If you want to move out there. No, I'm definitely not moving there.
You really want to move to Chicago? Have you been to Chicago?
No. No.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about moving back to Pennsylvania soon.
Where you moving to, Barry? You lost it. Where you moving to, Barry?
Hopefully in the next year or two, I could be back in PA.
Oh, yeah? You want to be back in PA? Well, will you still be on the streams at least?
Of course.
That's good. Thank God for that. Why move to Pennsylvania? Why want to go back to Pennsylvania?
There's a lot more stuff you could do there than New York City.
Really?
Yeah.
What don't we have in New York City though? What don't we have?
We got too much people to say that.
We do. We have me. That's the problem, right?
We got to deal with the sideburns. There you go.
What does David think? You like the sideburns, David? What do you think? You think I should go back and be a goofball like 15 years ago?
I love to see this answer.
But I want to see Davis DeRoe before we leave. Do you think I should go and be back clean, cut it again, and try to look like you and with a tie, or you think this is working? I think this is working for me. I got fans. I actually have fans right now. But what do you think? It's a good question, right? But you think I should go back to the old look, right? What do you think? No comment? Well, we're going to close the show soon. Don't worry. We're going to close. I promise you, Barry, we're going to close. All right. Anybody else want to say anything else in the chat? Otherwise, we're going to close the show. Barry's got to get ready. We got a big show tomorrow. Barry's on here. And Zilla loves sports because she's not a fan of soccer, basketball, baseball, or hockey. Definitely appreciate that very much. I appreciate it very much.
Hey, I got to say, I do like Pokemon. And I see something in her picture right there.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Zilla is actually a big Pokemon person. Yes.
I have too many Pokemon stuff.
Yeah, you play Pokemon?
I don't play it. I mostly like collect it.
Okay. Did you play Yu-Gi-Oh also?
No, definitely not. Whoa.
Barry, did somebody try to shoot you across the street? What's the matter? I mean, I know you're just
fell off my car.
All right. I think we're getting ready to close the show. Barry's got stuff to go with. My son keeps me busy. He's in his terrible twos. What a show, ladies and gentlemen. We were joined by David Starobin. We were joined by Big Man Cam with a cameo. DG Colt, listen to the first half of the show. We addressed TBW. We addressed Slade and Anderson. And Mom, thank you, Mom, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody in the chat. I don't have much of a voice. Andrew Lovelace, hope you feel better. Everybody else, thank you, James Taylor, for joining in. Mac 10, Comatose, Judas, thank you for your stuff. I'm your voice, figuratively and literally. We're all Wrestling Matters. The Reverend Tom Bryce. And Tom, oh, here we go. Tom looks like he's got a time machine in the 19th century. But my bank account, though, would say that I don't have a time machine in the 19th century. My bank account would say that it's not the case. Not the case. My bank account would say I'm a paid streamer, Davis. Davis Robin, I'm a paid Facebook streamer. And I'm 59 subscribers away from being a paid YouTube streamer. That's right, a paid YouTube streamer. That shows you, right? That's like winning an election, being a paid YouTube streamer. That's better than that. I come on every day. I want to say this. I want to thank everybody here for a minute. I come on here every day, and I had 46 people. Barry, I had 46 people live on YouTube last night watching, just on YouTube. YouTube.
Trust me, I was in it.
46 people. That's like more than Davis DeRobin's fundraisers at the end of his career. There's more people here. There is more people on YouTube. I'm going to tell you, There were more people at my last stream on Sportswire last night than David Starobin or Marty Golden fundraisers. Probably, right? Probably for sure. Definitely for sure. 100% for that. There was more people. There was certainly more people on my stream last night than a Gene Biradelli Russell Gallows stream. Easily. No question about that. But we're in agreement on that, right?
There's no question about that.
Hands down. And the show before that, I had 310 viewers on YouTube. Yesterday, I have almost 400. Tonight, I'm going to hit almost 250. 250. That's who's popular now. Maybe David needs to show up on the video screen. He needs to show up and that's how he might get some viewers again. I don't think he looks like that, though, anymore. That's an old photo.
That's a really old photo right there.
Really old. He looks old now, right? He's old, David. Right?
Another 5-6 years on top of that, probably.
He's a lot. Yeah, he got a lot of weight now. Me, I'm in the same shape as years ago. I'm in the same exact figure.
Hey, listen. You surely don't look like it.
You think I look? What do you think I look? You think I look better or worse than years ago? What do you think? Do you think I'm better?
You might have to comb your sideburns now.
But what do you think though about my fit? I think I'm in the same shape.
Oh, yeah. I definitely don't look good, you know.
No, you look like you could be in the wrestling ring, Bear. You look like you hitting the gym.
Keep bringing that up. I don't see myself doing that.
But there's a career for people out here. They would love to see that. They would love to. They got to love. There's still 29 people watching. Think Barry could have a career in WWE.
Yeah.
Well, have you considered like being a bodyguard, a bouncer? Have you considered some of that work?
I used to. That's back in the old days.
Yes.
Now these days,
no. Mom doesn't want you to be a bouncer anymore. Mom doesn't want you to be a bodyguard.
I actually work for Mom.
Yeah. And what did Mom think?
She wants to kill me every day.
Well, you know what? You're going to be on Sportswire now. You're going to be on Sportswire almost every day.
You might not see me tomorrow the way I just said that.
Well, I hope I need you here tomorrow. Barry.
I'm definitely going. Listen, you just tell me when, and I'll be here.
Oh, I'm going to be here at 10 o'clock. I'm going to be here for a couple hours tomorrow because I need to rest my voice to get there. I'm going to get you on here. All right. Anybody else in the chat want to say something? By the way, we have a tattoo. Zilla has a Pokemon tattoo. Do you have a tattoo, Barry, at all? You a tattoo guy?
I don't have any tattoos, but I do want one soon.
Oh, yeah? What would you get for a tattoo, by the way? What would you want to get for a tattoo?
Believe it or not, American Eagle.
American Eagle. Now, I think Big Man Cam has a bunch of tattoos. Maybe he can give you some advice. And then there's this person here who's got a bunch of tattoos. Maybe they can get your friend might want to give you some tattoo advice.
I'm all ears.
Yeah. But you want an American Eagle tattoo. American
Eagle.
Do. Why an American? Isn't that the clothing brand?
No. Well, yeah, but my uncle has American Eagle on his leg, so.
Oh, it's a good idea. Now we have I'm the best in the world for Michael Windsor Jr. Do we know Michael Windsor?
No, I don't.
Well, Michael Windsor, if you're here, please hit the sub button for me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost at that. If you are here, hit the sub button for me. Sportswire Radio 6579. I am almost at 1,000 subscribers. Do you think Michael Windsor is the best in the world, by the way?
Sure.
You do? But David Starobin used to be the best in the 27th.
Oh, David Starobin used to be the best of the best.
He used to be, but
in my head, he still is.
Yeah. But
for other people, I don't know.
I know that's a good question.
We might need him to run again for Senate. I don't know.
Good one, Barry. Maybe Steven Saperstein and David Starobin need to run together.
I don't know who's going to win, but
that's a good question. They both ran in multiple elections, but one of them won one general election. The other one won a Democratic primary. I'm the best. I'm better than all the backyard job guys. Thank you for letting me know that. Hit the sub button for me. I really appreciate that. Yes. Hi, Michael. How you doing? What brings you here? But yeah, I mean, the American Eagle tattoo, that's a good one for you. I think it's a good look for you. Get the American Eagle tattoo. That's the way to go, Yeah. American Eagle. You can get some advice. A lot of people in the chat have tattoos. They can give you advice. Listen, I'm going to put Barry's Instagram up one more time. Follow Barry on Instagram. Michael, thank you for your support, Michael Windsor. Hit the sub button for me. Barry's on Instagram. He's a hardcore gamer. I want you, if you're Zilla, you're on Instagram. Big Man Cam, you're on Instagram. D'Angelo the Flame, you're on Instagram. Who else I got here? James Marshall, you're on Instagram. DG Cole, Instagram. Il Drago on Instagram. Give my friend Barry a follow. He's the new co-host on Sportswire on certain shows. Barry's going to be the co-host now. Congratulations, Barry. You got a job.
Hey, thanks.
I'm British. Thank you for being British. I have British wrestling coverage next week, but hit the sub button for me, and I would appreciate that. You can continue to be British. You're up early. But, it's 5:15 a.m. in the UK right now. It's 5:15 in the morning. You know that?
That's crazy. It's
crazy,
actually 9:15 in California right now.
Oh, you moving to California? Once hello to my buddy here, Andre and Emily. What's good, Tom? I'm doing great. We had this whole situation in backyard wrestling with registered sex offenders. They were outed, but now we're talking about my buddy Barry Gutman, who's a Twitch streamer. Andre and Emily, you got to follow Barry. He's on Twitch. We were talking about Barry getting a tattoo. I had my former employer here with us in the chat, David Starobin, who basically said we should give out campaign flyers and where's the petitions. It's a fun night on sport. Turned into like a really weird start, right? Turned into a lot of fun. Yes, they do suck. You had the speak out movement. You had the speak out movement in 2020 and 2021 with guys like Carl Clinch and other wrestlers there. So everybody's got their own problems. They need to be sorted out and cleaned. But hit the sub button for me. I do appreciate that. I'm doing good, Andre. I got Barry here. Barry's a Twitch streamer. Also, he's got a business called Amazing Candles. You haven't got the invite. You're going to get one from me. Go accept it. Barry's making candles. I see that maybe your friend here wants to get one. This person that was giving you advice wants to give you a tattoo and also wants to get you some candle advice. You might want to, take care of that. That's the case. Not for me. I don't think that, but I
don't know about the
don't unsub. Thank you. Stay here on Sportswire. I appreciate it. Comatose is a job guy. So what do you know about Comatose? Thank you for letting me know that. What do you know about Comatose? But okay. Anything else, Barry, you want to say before we move on? Anything before we
I got nothing else.
Nothing else? So what do you want to talk about tomorrow on the show? What do you think we should talk about on Friday's show?
Whatever happens tomorrow. We're still on today.
Oh, right. Good point. But tomorrow I'm going to talk sports tomorrow. You think you could talk about sports?
I can talk about a little bit of sports.
All right, we're going to have you on for the sports show. It'll be good. Comatose is a local. Thank you for that. Comatose, yes, he's a local. Comatose is he's a backyard wrestler in Idaho. Is a local. I think we're talking about two different apples and oranges. Comatose is in BTW in Oregon. But thank you for letting me know that. Okay, Barry, we'll talk sports. Andre and Emily, we were talking wrestling. We were talking a bunch of stuff. Check out the first half of the show. We'll go on from there. I appreciate everybody. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. You have voice figuratively and literally where all wrestling matters. If you're on Sportswire Radio, I'm here tomorrow or today, as Barry correctly said, at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. Same guy. Okay. But you know Comatose then. Okay. Maybe we should talk about it. I'm on Instagram, the Sports Report 2021. You want to give me a follow on Instagram? You want to fill me in on some information? I could definitely talk to you about it, and we can certainly go from there. Appreciate you. One more time, let's give our buddy Barry Gutman a nice little follow on Instagram. One more plug for Barry, because Barry needs more followers. Please follow Barry on Instagram. He's the new co-host on Friday nights, and you're going to be here Friday night, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and he's here Monday. It's the legendary Barry Gutman, soon to be Sportswire Radio Hall of Famer. Boy, they ain't going to like that. Some people on a podcast were saying there's too many people in the Sportswire Hall of Fame, but now you'll join. Thank you, Mom. Good morning. Good afternoon. Yes, you'll be the new co-host next week. Until then, thank you, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the number one collaboration to the Sportswire Radio, where all wrestling matters.